What's up, y'all? What is up, y'all? Now, see, I was gonna try to be cute for y'all and wear these pants that were like half camo, half jeans type ordeal, but it's too hot and they're still too. I lost some weight, but they're still too tight. So I gotta return them to Amazon because y'all saying they 38s. They're not really 38s. They more of like mediums between 34 and 36, and I'm not quite at that level yet with my hips. So anyway, it's not what this video was about. Baby, if y'all have not tried this, put this closer to the camera so you can see it. Cause I ain't getting back up. This right here. Whew. That was refreshing. Just going to the store. Okay. Whew. Thankfully Publix had this. Shout out to Publix for being the MVP because the gas station just right across from them didn't have it. They were completely out. So let's get on with the story. Welcome everybody. It is hot as shit outside. So I said I was going to talk about what I've been through when it came to my life in one specific situation. Now, I said King's Corner reaction channel on YouTube has every right to look over my video and do a reaction. I actually want her to do a reaction from her channel. I let her know. I know she's busy, so she's probably working right now, but she's allowed to react to my video. Now, I can't stop any other T channel, reaction channel, or any personal channel reacting to me, but I want to throw this out there. This is actually like an event that happened to me, okay? It's not like well, it is crazy, but it's true. It's true. None of this is made up. This is my experience. To the individual or individuals that I speak about, I will change the names. I don't think I'm going to put any dates or time frames around there. But if you realize that I'm talking about you, you can't get me for defamation of character because it's actually happened. And I'm tired of holding certain stuff in. I am tired of being the nice person and saying, oh, well, let me not speak about this. So I'm tweaking stuff just a little bit so that way I don't put all my information out and all that person's information out. But this did happen to me, okay? So you can't get me for defamation of character when it's real. It actually happened, and I have receipts. So anyway, before I start getting extremely petty, because it's almost Leo season. Shout out, yeah. Shout out to myself as well, and shout out to all of my birthday twins because I have more than one. Let's get down to the video. So this is about what happened to me a couple years back. I cannot get the years. Ooh, excuse me, girl. Dr. Pepper, I'm trying to talk. I'm sorry. Excuse me for that. It happened a few years ago, though. It happened when I was living in Georgia. I do not care, girl. If I'm too loud, I don't care. I do not care. I'm gonna tell y'all now, I do not care. This is what I did miss about being in apartments, because once you start speaking just at a normal tone, then everybody wants to make a whole bunch of noise. So that vacation with family was needed. But anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. The incident happened a couple years ago. I was working at the post office. They had just changed me from day shift to night shift. I was extremely mad about that because not only is it hard labor and you on your feet, and they try to get over on you with your hours, they switched me. And I had been doing the same shift from like 12 in the afternoon to, what was it, 12 to 8 or 12 to 8:30, something like that. And I was fine with it. I got off at 8:30. I had no traffic going in, no traffic coming home. And I was cool, you know, losing weight, all that stuff. I was not vegan at that time, but I had a 1-bedroom apartment, right? I was living in Noonan. For people who know, I was in Georgia all my life, literally, until a year ago when I moved here to Tennessee. So I was in Noonan in a 1-bedroom apartment. I was working night shift, met somebody on Facebook. Y'all, please do your research on these people. Try to do your research as best as possible. And really dig on folks, because people will be like the damsel in distress. And there's no reason for them to be a damsel. They're not a damsel. And there's no distress. They just making up a whole bunch of mess. Literally. Yeah, I was working a night shift. I met this individual on Facebook. I don't remember how we started conversating. I started flirting with her. I thought I was going to date her at some point. That didn't work. When I realized kind of how she moved, I was like, no, I'm not really interested in her like that. But I feel bad for her, right? Y'all, at this time, this woman was, what was she, 10 years older than me? I did something like that. Something wasn't sitting right with my spirit. But did I listen? No, I did not. I went ahead and felt bad for this individual. We started video calling. We started talking over the phone. And she would call me and vent to me like a friend. And I was like, okay, we're cool with that. Y'all, it's one particular day. She called me, vented to me about a situation that happened to where this other individual that was an ex, which I believe last time I spoke to this individual was a long time ago. They were back together, but this was an ex at the time. They had gotten into it, and the ex had put their hands on that person. Okay. The ex put hands on the person. The individual was distraught, upset, clearly drunk at the time, and I wasn't paying attention to that either, but called me crying, telling me what happened, like step by step happened, and that they didn't feel safe. So, me being the dumbass that I am at that time, I had a 1-bedroom. I knew it was big, but it wasn't gonna be big enough to have somebody in there. But I was like, look, if you want to put your stuff in my place and like kind of come and go or whatever, cool, we can work stuff out. She was very gracious for that. She acted very nice at the beginning. Put her stuff in my place. Y'all, after that, when she was in my place, she would not stay every day. But the amount of drinking that this woman did, it was horrible, okay, to say the least. She would not drink unless, well, she would drink every day, but she would only drink like tequila and stuff of that nature, right? It was bad. It was to the point where she would get up in the morning and that would be like the first thing that she starts taking shots of or drinking like it's water. And I remember I approached her one time about it. I said, hey, you don't think you drink a lot? She's like, no. Mind y'all, her job at that time was a bartender. So you working at a place is basically aiding you for that, okay? So fast forward. She stays with me for a good minute, like a good time frame, okay? I'm going to speed up the story. We had been getting into it on and off, and then she said, like, arguing as friends and then just not seeing eye to eye with stuff. And I just kept on trying to help her. I was also paying her bills at the time. I was paying her car note so she wouldn't lose it, and she had a child. Child did not live with her. Okay? I'm not gonna speak much on her child because I do respect stuff like that. But me and the child met, we'll just say that. And it was just chaos. It was just chaos with this woman. One day she was like, oh, I want to invite a friend over. Okay, I said, okay, who? And she told me, right? This happens to be my best friend to this day. And I said, okay, you want to invite him? Okay. Watching YouTube videos of this individual. Now, I wasn't getting any weird, odd vibes from this individual or nothing. I just seen him on YouTube. You know, he was known on YouTube at the time. And she said she wanted to invite him over. I said, okay, cool. Invite him. She invited him over, and we were just talking. Just, you know, we had that vibe with each other. And he was like, oh, you seem like a cool individual. You seem like a cool person. Da, 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 da. Like, we chopping it up. Just speaking. You know what I'm saying? Getting to know each other, because that's just, I'm a very, like, light, bright type of person. Like, I have a nice light around me, a nice aura, and I just speak on friendly. Now, if I don't like you, you gonna know it right away. Because something ain't gonna sit right with me, and we gonna have problems. And you're just gonna tell by my facial expression, because that's something I can't hide. I can hide it with how I talk, but I can't hide my facial expressions. But me and him were getting along. And he said he needs to go to the store for something. I said, okay, no problem. We went to the store. And she wanted to go as well. Now, mind y'all, this was her best friend at the time. And he turned around and he said, no, player, you gonna stay here. You clearly got somebody to talk to on the phone. We gonna leave. We gonna go to the store. You gonna be fine. She didn't want us to be alone because she didn't want the truth of what was really going on, because she was feeding him one thing, saying all of these false accusations about me. And then when I got to like sit down with him in the car and just talk, that's when the truth came out. And I was just talking about stuff that me and her had been through. And that's when he was like, yo, she was saying this, and that. And I didn't feel that type of energy from you when I met you. But that's why I wanted us to go to the store, so you can kind of get away and just speak to me. Because she painting you to be this evil person. And the whole time you telling me you paying her bills. You done gave away this. You done did this. You making sure she's straight with the bills and your bills on top of that. And to tell me y'all not even laying down with each other. Y'all just cool. And she's dogging you. I was like, yeah. That don't surprise me. Because she came off as that woman. After so long of her being around me, I figured that out. So fast forward through that. We get back to the house. I forgot we went to the store. We went to I think we went to the liquor store for him to get something and something else. But we come back. I wasn't drinking. Come back. We in the house. Sitting at the dining table. They talking. She slips up and she says, oh, I'm going to go back and spend some time with the ex. She says the ex's name. Y'all, I spazzed. Because she said she was done with the ex. She said she wasn't done. She wasn't going back. And that she wanted to have a household, be safe with me type of thing. And that's not what happened. When she said that, I spazzed. And I told her verbally, if you ever walk out of this space, especially if you leave me with your stuff, do understand, once you leave, there ain't no coming back. You ain't gonna have a home with me. Once you gone, you gone. I helped. Like, I felt like at that time that was enough. And me still being, Captain Saver, whatever, I still went through with it. So I wound up upgrading from a 1-bedroom to a 2-bedroom. And it was a 2-bedroom, 2-bath at that. It was affordable back then. It ain't affordable now. But it was in the same complex, and it was literally like in walking distance. Like the 1-bedroom was right here, and the 2-bedroom was right here. So they was like real close to each other. So it was nothing to move, right? It cost me nothing to really upgrade to that, nothing like that. It was more money a month, but it wasn't extreme. I helped this lady out, y'all. We moved into my place, into the 2-bedroom. She had her own bedroom, she had her own bathroom. She wasn't even there 2 weeks. I'm gonna just be upfront with y'all. She had a lot in her room. I mean, boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes on boxes of shit. Because it literally was shit. A lot of that shit should have been trashed a long time ago. I don't know why she was still hanging on to it, but it was a lot. And it was just being housed there, basically, for storage. Mind y'all, she never paid any bills in my house. She never gave me any money. She never gave me any money towards food, nothing. Like, I'm doing everything. And she was still out here making it seem like I was the problem. Like, I was the issue, right? Fast forward. She had, at this time, she was there for less than 2 weeks. We was fighting, we was arguing. And it got to a point where she was like, I think I'm just gonna go back, literally, and live with the ex in a different state, right? I'm gonna move and live with him. It's okay. Once again, if you leave my place, if you vacate, that's it. You need to find a place and a time to come get your stuff and move it. I have no problem if it's family, friends, whoever, to come get your stuff. Yeah, that went bad because she moved, and when she moved, she wasn't really talking. We would get into it. She would call me sometimes, check on the stuff, whatever. We had these arguments, these spats or whatever. It got to the point where I told her, I said, look, you need to come get your stuff because it's been months, like literally months at this time. And if you plan on living with him long term, that's your choice, that's your decision. You're going to know. I can't tell you what to do, but you need to come get your stuff. You need to pick a date and a time. And then I finally gave her a physical date and time because she came back down to Georgia to visit. And instead, she lied and said she was going to go get her stuff. We got into it because I didn't want the ex in my house. Okay, I just did, at that time I didn't want the ex in the house just because I don't want nobody destroying my property. I worked too hard to get my stuff, and I don't, like, clearly you don't have a problem losing anything that you got, and people like that can really destroy your life. But I didn't want that to happen because that's a possibility. Not saying she was going to do it or he was going to do it, but it's a possibility. So I said, you know, fine, at least let me be home. If you're going to come get your stuff, at least let me be home. I have no problem being home. I'll give y'all space, whatever. So she flips it on me and makes it seem like that I don't want him to come in at all. I just said, let me be in the house. I'll be in my room. You get your stuff, you go, whatever. Because clearly you need somebody to help you with your stuff. She kept lying, kept making up this shit saying that I didn't want him to come in. And like I just stated to y'all, I said the same thing repeatedly over and over to her. As long as I'm home, I don't care. I will be out your way. I will let y'all get your stuff and go. She promised that she was going to come get her stuff when we finally made that agreement that he can't come in, just let me be home. And it was on a weekend. I don't remember the dates. But he was supposed to come help, right? That never happened. Something told me, that intuition got into me. Something told me, hey, she lying, but not only is she lying about not coming to get her stuff, something's up. He had a YouTube video at the time, like a YouTube channel. He didn't have too many videos up. He was trying to get his stuff together. Just trying to figure out what he wanted to do on YouTube, but he had stuff on there. Y'all, I went on YouTube, and you could tell she got him. So, cause she not driving, mind you. She ain't got her own car at the time. Or if she did, she wasn't driving her stuff. But she was sitting in a passenger seat, and she kept looking over. And you could tell, man. You could tell just by the video. Like, or maybe it was, I can't remember. Maybe it was his channel. Anyway, no, it was his channel. This is how my mind got all messed up. It was his channel. He kept looking over to her. That's what it was. He kept looking over to her. And you know how you be looking at somebody like that? Like, side-eyeing them, just looking at them. And I could tell, like, he looking at her. Like, I'm not stupid. So, he just never put her on them. But in the background, in the back, you can tell they had a hotel. And I'm like, bro, they supposed to be down here. They in Georgia. They didn't come down here. They seem like they own something, like they had drunk something, or both. What in the hell? Like, I was mad. Y'all, because I seen that video, and I straight up asked her, I said, are you coming to get your stuff? Because I seen, you know what I'm saying, y'all must have been staying at some hotel, y'all out partying, doing whatever, we're coming to see somebody, visiting, drinking, all that. Because she bad about that. I said, so, are you coming to get your stuff? She talking about, yeah, whatever. Still didn't come, no call, no show, no text, nothing. Y'all, I hit my best friend up. My now best friend. Been best friend for a minute. My now best friend. I hit him up. And he, you know what he said? He said, no. She ain't gonna come get her stuff because she just left my house. I said, whoa. Whoa, player. Back it on up. She just left your house. He broke down everything. He said she came in there lying. The ex got mad. Like, they had a whole spat at his household at that time. Like, in his place. And they got up and left and got a hotel room. So when I caught the YouTube video, that was when they was high off their ass. But that was when all that happened. And I'm like, brother, you was supposed to come get your shit. Mind you, they had done headed back to the States, so I'm talking to him about it. He was like, I had no idea she was supposed to come get her stuff. Like, she lightly mentioned something, but she wasn't being truthful about it. She kept trying to spin shit on you like she always does. And I told her I don't want to hear that shit because I know you're a good person. And he squashed it. She didn't speak about it no more. Bruh, when I heard that, I was so mad. I said, you know what, this man. I said, it gotta go. She was already well into that state. I had been calling, texting. I sent that text. I said, I'm taking your shit. And it's getting out of my house. I'm gonna do it myself. I don't care if I hurt myself. I don't care. Your stuff needs to be out of my house. I done gave you enough ample amount of time. I done gave you dates. I done gave you a rope. Literally a long, extended one. To dates and times and everything. And you had to help and you still ain't come get your stuff. I was so mad, so frustrated. I think I called out that Monday just to breathe because I was so pissed off. I actually started around that time. I think I had started dating a woman and talking to her about the situation, and she was just telling me straight up what the laws were in Georgia and stuff like that. She was being helpful. She was very understanding at the time. So I thank her for that because she didn't judge me on what was going on. But she said, girl, get her out of there. And I gave her more than ample amount of time and dates to do it. So I felt bad, but one box at a time with my short little arms. Because these are large boxes. Mind you, I had paid for the boxes too. I'm like one box at a time, I'm going to the dumpster. One box at a time, I'm going to the dumpster, right? And about halfway through it, I'm tired, I'm hurting, I'm aching, and I'm starting to feel bad. I literally sat in my car and cried for like probably about a minute and a half, 2 minutes max. And at that point, I was like, you know, God, if I'm wrong, just stop me. But if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, send me some kind type of sign. I need a sign. I need a sign to know that I am okay. I am doing this. This is all right. Right after I did that, within about, I want to say, maybe 3-4 minutes max, because I took a minute to get back up to the dumpster because I was still parked in front of my place. I left my apartment, went up to the dumpster because it's a drivable distance. Went in, I was gonna get out, and this literally, y'all, this black preacher walks up. Might have been a priest. Walks up, and he was like, "Hello, ma'am, can I help you with your stuff?" I said, yeah, I'm certainly a good child. Let me tell you something. My back was hurting so bad at that moment. I wanted to cry. I said, please, by all means, I greatly appreciate your help. That man picked up 2 boxes behind the box that I had picked up. Threw it away with no ease, didn't crease his shoes, nothing. Threw the stuff in the trash for me and said, ma'am, you have a wonderful day. Thank you for letting me help. I said, no, thank you for your help. When I got back in that car, I sat there and I said, all right, bet. You gave me the sign I asked for. Now I'm going to go get the rest of the shit, and it's going in the dumpster. So at that point, I'm like, I'm taking this shit happily. Grabbing up the little bit that I get, taking it to the dumpster. As I'm throwing it in the dumpster at that time, I'm like, F you. Like, I'm mad. And it's therapy for me, so I'm throwing it in there. And somebody was sitting on the porch, and it was like, damn, she mad. And I'm trying not to laugh because I can hear them. They was like, whatever that individual did, she did something for her to get upset. She throwing stuff, threw all the stuff away in the trash. To this day, I don't regret it. To this day, I don't regret it. The only thing I regret is the pictures. But this is my point. When you do somebody like that, and they give you their household not once but twice, and you continually say F them and you do what you want to do, there's the door and your stuff going right out. Because I know she's lied on me. I know she's told her family stuff. I know she has said some horrible things about me. And I'm sorry, baby girl, you can't come for me. It was bad enough you drink on a daily basis. There was one morning I remember specifically being in my room. I had my door open. I think it was Saturday morning. I hear a cork come off the top of a bottle. I don't even think it was 9 a.m. yet on a Saturday morning. And she's drinking. She's drinking tequila at 9 a.m. like it's water. You done pop the top on that thing and drink it. I don't want to live like that. I don't want to, I tried to be her friend. I tried to help her, everything. It got to that point when I threw that stuff out. At first I felt bad. Now I don't. I still don't. Because I gave you time. And of course you're going to lie and say a whole bunch of stuff on me and tell everybody another story. That's not actually what happened. Okay? Now she came back and said she was going to take me to court. With what money, I don't know. Because I'm the one that was paying all the bills. Still to this day. She may have a little bit of money, but it ain't a whole lot. I hope she putting something in the household where she at, because she damn sure wasn't doing it with me. Do not out yourself in this video either, because I know you're going to watch it at some point. Please don't out yourself. Please don't out yourself. Because as soon as I see it, I'm going to delete it. But I'm just letting you know, don't out yourself, because these folks don't know who I'm talking about. But I say all this to say this. To the people who have a good heart, to the people who want to help folks, please do your research on these people. Actually sit there and see how they are in person multiple different times in multiple different ways, so that way you can get a good grasp on who they are. Okay? Out in public and privately, because that was too much. I'm real messed up over that still. I have forgiven her for a lot of the stuff that we have been through, and her just throwing dirt on my name, so to speak. But I'm here to clear the air for me and to tell my story. That's what I went through with her. And that's me summing it up and being nice. I wanted it to be short. We're working on almost 30 minutes, so it was pretty short. Like I said, please y'all do your research on folks. Do not move nobody in if you don't know the true story of everything. Please don't be moving no exes in. I done had that made that dumbass choice too. Don't do that either. Don't move nobody in that you just, because sometimes us women that love women, we move a little too fast. Don't do that either, because you don't know what you're getting yourself into. You don't know what kind of past they may have had, or they still could be dealing with the entertaining. That's a whole nother ballgame. And that's something that I had to deal with as well. Do your research on these people. If you have a good heart, that's fine. But always understand that heart can get you messed up. Sometimes you got to be the bad person to these folks and say, no, nope, boundaries, I can't help you. Don't move that person in. I know somebody is watching this and thinking about it. Don't do it. Let it go. Let them figure it out. Like I said, this lady was, at the time, I think she was about 9 or 10 years older than me, maybe older than that. Please do your research on these people. Basically, that was me having a roommate from hell. And I'm being nice about the story because I could say a lot more, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to spend an allotted amount of time just talking about stuff that I've been through. But I also smoked dealing with her. Okay, she triggered me a lot. And when I mean smoke, I mean like Black and Miles and stuff like that. I picked up drinking a little bit, dealing with this woman. I stopped all that once I got away from her because I was being constantly triggered with my own mental issues, dealing with this one woman that didn't seem like she wanted to grow up and didn't seem like she wanted to take, you know what I'm saying, accountability for her actions in her life and her livelihood at that, okay? We getting old, y'all, or older. We're getting older. And those type of experiences, you don't have to go through that. Learn from me. Learn from me. That's why I said I wanted Day to come on here and speak about me for King's Corner, to react to me, because you can't go and help everybody. Stop doing it. I'm speaking to somebody that's just like me literally right now. Stop doing it, baby. Let that woman go through her hell. Let that woman go through her own turmoil. Let that woman go through her choices. Let that woman go through her life. Because her actions are the reason she is in the shit she in. Or that individual is in the mess they in now. Sometimes I cuss when I get real aggravated, mad, passionate, whatever. But y'all, please do your research on these people, okay? I am a nice soul. I'm a nice person. But I was taken advantage of time and time again by this one individual, and I finally cut it off. And yes, I did throw your shit away, and no, I don't feel bad about it. Sometimes you get to that point where you need to be fed up, but I was way past that point. I had been past that point. I kept just trying to be nice. Do not do that. Once that person pushes you, okay, they pushed your boundaries, or they went past your boundaries, went past your line. Let them go. Let the whole situation go. You do not have to save people out here. And trust me, ain't nobody is worth saving. I don't care who you are. I don't care where you're from, or your story, or your whatever has happened to you. Not everybody is worth saving. Really, nobody is worth saving, but you know, that's just my opinion. Do not mess yourself up in this life. You have this one life to live. Do it for you. Love yourself. Love what you're doing in this life. Please stop helping these women. Please stop helping these women. And I'm talking to myself also because I've already been through this, but I'm not repeating these lessons. And y'all should learn from me. Don't move nobody in. Don't move nobody in. Don't move nobody in. Okay, I'm done ranting. Hopefully, King's Corner has made y'all laugh with this reaction that I'm sure she's going to do at some point to this video. I hope I made it short enough for you, Day. If I didn't, I apologize, but I tried to keep it under 40 minutes, which it looked like I did good with that timestamp that I'm looking at now. Thank you. If you made it this far to the video, thank you. Like, share. If you want to comment, that's fine. Please subscribe. Y'all, as far as the likes go, you have to start liking certain videos for you to see more. Excuse me again. See Dr. Pepper? She's doing the most. You have to start liking more of these videos for more of them to come. They have changed the algorithm on YouTube. They have changed the algorithm on YouTube. I can keep saying this over and over and over again because smaller channels like mine and other people are having trouble. They have changed the algorithm on YouTube, okay? You have to start liking the videos. You don't always have to comment, but you have to start liking the videos. And if you want to see more of my videos or anybody's videos, King's Corner, reaction videos, Jazz and Day TV, any of those videos, okay, click the little bell, the little notification bell. You don't have to click all. You can make it personalized, but that's the way. And sometimes you have to go back through there and make sure that it has been clicked, because sometimes it'll unclick itself. But once you subscribe, try to click that notification bell so that way you will get more videos and you will be notified when it come out. All right, it's that simple. It's that easy. Don't cost you no money. Don't cost you nothing. Thank y'all for making it this far to the video. I hope I have talked to my younger folks and told y'all quit saving people. They are not worth saving, and leave that woman alone. Okay? Have a good day.